Decades since her breakout role as Pamela Barnes on the smash TV drama Dallas, former actress Victoria Principal has largely eschewed the glitz of Hollywood for a quieter life, devoted to charity work and running a successful skincare empire. Yet recently, the 73-year-old has been opening up about her early fame. Join Facts First as we explore why this former America's sweetheart bid showbiz adieu for good 18 years ago. Early acting career. From an early age, Victoria Principal knew she was destined for a career as an entertainer. Born in Japan to an Army Air Corps sergeant, she grew up living all over the world. According to reports, she attended no less than 17 schools before adulthood, as her family was constantly relocating. This transient lifestyle bred loneliness, but allowed Victoria's interest in performing to blossom. She landed her first acting role at age 5 in a commercial. Bitten by the acting bug, Victoria went on to study at London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts after a brief stint in community college. Her first few years trying to break into the industry after graduation were rocky, forcing her at one point to quit acting altogether. She spent years working odd jobs before trying again, eventually landing minor parts in shows like Love American Style and Fantasy Island. Her big break came in 1978 when she achieved overnight stardom playing Pamela Barnes Ewing on CBS's Dallas. According to Victoria, she fell instantly in love with the role of Pam and fought hard to convince producers she was right for the part. Her audition paid off, catapulting the 28-year-old actress to national fame. On the show, her marriage to Bobby Ewing was central to the plot. Their families were rivals in the Texas oil biz, and watching their ensuing Romeo and Juliet-esque romance riveted audiences. Dallas ultimately ran for 14 seasons, with Victoria starring in it for 9 straight years and winning 4 Emmys. Victoria has been candid over the years when recalling her time on Dallas. She gives tremendous credit to the talented writing team for the first 5 seasons that won over viewers with clever, emotional plot lines. But in subsequent seasons, she grew increasingly frustrated with what she felt was declining quality. She was outspoken about wanting better contracts for the show's writers, believing retaining strong writing talent would get Dallas back on track story-wise. Her protests contributed to tensions on set. By 1987, she was ready to leave. She requested her character Pam be killed off for good rather than leaving the door open for cameos. A dramatic automobile accident closed the book on Pam's story arc, with Victoria feeling she went out on a high note at the peak of her fame. Continued acting career in the 90s. Though Victoria's run playing Pamela Ewing had cemented her status as a household name in the 80s, she continued working acting jobs after leaving the show in 87. She formed her own production company once her time on Dallas wrapped up. Victoria Principal Productions helped her flex more control behind the scenes, serving as a vehicle for passion projects and TV movies. She both produced and starred in projects like Don't Touch My Daughter in 1991 and The Burden of Proof in 92. She continued making guest appearances on popular programs like Home Improvement, where she played the love interest to Tim Allen's character. In total, she amassed over 30 acting credits in the 1990s, spanning both film and television work. Highlights included parts in shows like Law & Order SVU, Family Law, and Providence. She also played a recurring role in the series Titans towards the end of the decade. But despite staying continually busy, she began re-evaluating her priorities. With her production company a success and more opportunities coming in, she found herself less fulfilled creatively. According to Victoria, around her 50th birthday, she went through considerable soul-searching. She dreamed of focusing full-time on passion business projects instead. The demands of Hollywood were also wearing on Victoria physically and emotionally. In interviews, she spoke of the exhaustive promotion schedules for films and fake friendships required in the industry. By 2000 and her last role on Titans, Victoria was ready to turn the final page on her acting career. Entrepreneurship and Writing. She charted a new course in the 80s that would come to redefine her public image. Author and entrepreneur, focusing on health and wellness. Victoria capitalized on her beauty and poise under the Dallas spotlight by putting out her first book in 1983. Titled The Body Principle, it provided fitness and dieting tips for women seeking to get in shape. The book kicked off a string of successful authoring credits for Victoria throughout the 80s and 90s. She published follow-ups like The Beauty Principle in 1984, The The Diet Principle in '87, and Living Principle in 2001, all of which carried the underlying message of embracing a healthy lifestyle philosophy. By the early '90s, she looked to grow her burgeoning wellness brand by launching her own skincare company called Principle Secret. She had long held an interest in naturopathic medicine and believed affordable, quality beauty products formed the crux of self-care. Within years, revenue streams from Principle Secret surpassed residuals from Victoria's acting fame. Owning her own business allowed her to take control of her public-facing career versus having it dictated by fickle Hollywood trends. Investors came calling to buy the profitable company, but she retained majority ownership up through the 2010s. Focusing on product R&D and customer feedback suited her detail-oriented nature far more than worrying about landing the next audition. By 2019, when she finally sold Principle Secret, Victoria had achieved full closure with her former acting life. Running a brand that gave confidence to women reflected deeper personal values than chasing fame for its own sake. Why she quit acting. After 25 years in the entertainment business, first as a TV darling on Dallas, then headlining made-for-TV movies, Victoria Principle decided to permanently walk away from acting in 2001. According to her statements and later interviews, burnout combined with waning opportunities lit a fire under her to exit Hollywood permanently rather than slowly fade into obscurity. She admits money was not a motivating factor. Financial security had long been established from her acting heyday and successful side businesses, but plum roles were growing scarce as ageism settled in her 50s. Victoria tired of having to take projects for a paycheck versus artistic merit. The mental taxation of peddling one's relevancy day after day via auditions and media appearances also exhausted her. On a deeper level, friends say Victoria yearned to leave the world of make-believe on her own terms. Having catapulted to stardom in her 20s on Dallas, she struggled watching the era of her glory days shift permanently into nostalgia territory. No longer the belle of the Hollywood ball, she grappled emotionally with cementing a lasting legacy off-camera rather than desperately chasing former fame. Victoria has no regrets having retired from acting. She's proud that her business accomplishments, charity ventures, and animal welfare efforts have brought deeper meaning independent of fans remembering her as eternally youthful Pam. Having long ago escaped the clutches of typecasting, Victoria hopes her pursuits in health, wellness, and self-care inspire women in ways acting never could. Now in her 70s, critical reviews laud Victoria for building an honorable legacy completely detached from her acting renown. The smart businesswoman and activist found inescapable typecasting as Pam too creatively stifling. But by broadening her reach globally via corporate and humanitarian initiatives, Victoria Principle has earned distinction as a well-rounded public figure on her own terms. Now it's time to hear from you. What was your favorite moment from Victoria Principle's iconic role in Dallas? Let us know in the comments section below.